here is 2 poles, and these are 28mm. They're just pine. They were like a tenner each. I bought 2. One's going to be my Spinnaker pole. One, or this other one, will be the whisker pole for the jib. So the reason I've got 2 is that the whisker pole is going to be significantly longer to hold the jib out properly than the Spinnaker pole. This one's going to be about 2 meters. This one will be about 1.5 meters. So that's the poles. The whisker pole, what I'm going to do is get that made up the same as my other little whisker pole I use on the mirror, and I have been using on my Lugger. So that incorporates a nice thick nail. So I've got a 5.5. This is the biggest nail I could find in the hardware store. I'm going to shave the top off it here. And then, yeah, okay, they're just iron, steel iron, whatever they are, nails. But we'll treat the nail to keep them nice and honest. And then we'll just make sure the nail goes in the top here. And on the other end, I'm going to put this little eye. And that currently hooks onto a little hook I've just screwed into the mast. So, not the perfect ideal solution, but it does work, and it works really well actually. So the whisker pole could be done quite quickly. Moving on to the Spinnaker pole, well, I've actually got these ends that came off eBay. So these will actually slide over quite nicely, and I reckon we could put a couple of holes in here and screws in. However, one thing that is a bit of a, I didn't realise was, I can just get the metal off, the inside of these have got this mechanism which probably holds the spring, I think, for the little slider. So I guess what's annoying is there's not, so when I bought these it told me it would be suitable for wooden poles, but actually I think what this is actually the original aluminium pole for this whisker. These clips, they've just cut them off quite short here, which is a real shame. Otherwise they would have slipped over the wood nicely. So 2 options are, we just cut the wood out so it'll house that, and then we should have enough to look after these, or we just have to get some new aluminium sleeving. But this is 28mm, so it's not going to be obtainable from my local store. So I could have a look for some online, and if it's easy to get a hold of, I think the best thing would be to get some of this, slide it on, make it a bit longer so it will fit nicely and be a real reinforced onto the end of the pole. First thing I'm going to do is just measure this this aluminium. So it's about 32 on the outside, just under. It should be 28 on the inside. Yeah, just a tickle over. So it's 32.28, which should make it, sorry, 32. That's interesting. Yeah, we should make it 2mm thick. Here's the finished product. I've had a little bit of, it's a little bit not too dry on there. There's a little bit just not dry on there, but this is nearly finished. Going to sand it, and then we're going to varnish it to finish it. The other end is finished as well. I just need to let that dry. Don't think we're going to be able to take it down this weekend, which is this week. So the weather is just looking horrendously strong. 15-mile-an-hour winds, 30-mile-an-hour gusts tomorrow. So I don't think we'll be doing any running. The other reason is I think the wind's going across the lake as well, so you know, running will be quite difficult because you literally only got across the lake to do it. So we'll get this varnished. We'll have a whole week to varnish, get a load of coats on, and then we'll take this down with us. Hopefully get that on the boat and tested next week.